Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the top 5 changes that I think Swordburst 3 needs to make the game relatively better. Now, I still think the game's going to be due regardless, even if they don't change a lot of these things, but I do think these changes could overall benefit the game. Now, before we get into these changes that I personally believe, once again, these are my opinions. I think some of these opinions are facts, but at the end of the day, these are my opinions. And also, this isn't a safe place to come and bash the game or developers. If you don't like the game, that's perfectly fine. But this isn't the place to come just bash the game. I've seen some of you guys, I've seen some crazy stuff, things people have said. This isn't the place for that. This is a place for constructive criticism, real criticism, to hopefully have the devs hear us and make good, overall good feedback. Not my personal, like, just I need the personal, and some of this stuff is a bit personal, but I think overall I just kind of collectively sat down like, okay, what's some good things for this game? And yeah, let's get into my list. Once again, like I said, it's not a safe place to come bash. If you hate the game, you hate that it looks a certain way, or blah blah blah, I'm not here for like the hate speech, like the hate and that's not the place. It's not the place for this. This is just, like I said, it's a place for constructive criticism and just overall things that, you know what I'm saying, I want to see the game do well. I like the game, I enjoyed the game, and I think there's ways to improve it, so I'm just going to be giving my feedback here. Now, the first thing I'm going to put here is a personal, super personal thing that I don't think needs it. I just think overall it would be great. That's why it's not going to go in my top 5. And that's the gear progression. Not progression. What's the word? Like the stats that you can get. Like just having a sword and just having one singular armor, I just feel like they're so limiting, and they don't have a lot of stats. They just give you HP, defense, HP, and attack. Like that's it. Like they got like a lot of extra stats in the game. I really think we need ways to explore that. Is that going to be in the game? It's very possible it's going to be in the game, but right now there's no indicator that is going to be added. And I was hoping that we're going to see like you can get like a sword, right? But you can like roll like random pieces of gear. Like maybe you can roll crit on it, maybe you can roll stamina regen or HP regen, or like extra stats on armor and gear would be really good for, you know what I'm saying, just making a little bit of a build. Is it needed? No, but would it be great and have a lot of people different things to min, max, and grind for? I think overall it would be pretty great. Now let's get to the actual top 5. This is no order in it, but yeah, let's get it. So starting at number 5, like I said, no order. Let's go into the game. Is actually in an open world, but it's extremely linear. Playing the game, when I was first playing it, I thought it was just like a linear path. Like I thought you couldn't branch out, like how the map is designed and set up, and like where all the mobs like flow. Like I thought there's gonna be invisible walls all over the map, but you can really go and explore everything. But there's almost zero extendatives. There's no mobs that explore like outside like the main path. Like you have this really nice open world. Use it. You know what I'm saying? Like use the open world. And I don't think the game fully did that. And I hope that, I know it's starting earlier on, but I hope they really captivate. You know what I'm saying? Add like some little. I know they want to have mini bosses, like be like you know what's the room like these like event cutoff areas, but like maybe like stronger tier mobs spawn off inside, different things. And this is kind of tie into a later issue I have with the game. But overall, if you're gonna make an open world, make reasons to explore the world. What's the point of having like all this space that nobody's ever going to go for? Just scenic, you know what I'm saying? Like use it. Like it felt so linear with the game, and I hope, I get this is the first floor, but I hope every floor doesn't feel that way. I hope there's reasons like kind of branch out and go different ways, and like I really hope that it's just not linear in every floor. First floor been that way to be the introduction to the game, I'm fine with, but hopefully they really captivate, like going different areas and routes and whatever the case may be. The second issue is optimization. Number 4 is optimization, because holy crap, the game was extremely unoptimized, man. It was a lot of spikes in the game. I don't know what the direct indicator was, but I'll be running at like 60, now I'll jump to like 300-400, stay there for a while to drop back down, fighting the bosses. They were sliding and lagging. We definitely need some optimization in the game. And I understand the issue with optimized games. It's not an easy task, especially dealing in the Roblox engine. But regardless, it's something that has to be done, because playing at like 400-500 ping and the game where you trying to dodge red hitboxes is just that's not enjoyable. So getting the optimization down, you know, so even if it's just only 30-40% more optimized, we got to get some type of optimization in the game. And the game doesn't have any crazy like effects and stuff like that, and it do have a lot of mods, but something has to give to get the game a lot more optimized. It's definitely needed. Now, number 3 is probably the most controversial one of the things in the game, and for decent reason, and that is dual wielding. I definitely think there needs to be some certain approaches to dual wielding. In our community, paying for one of the strongest things is not, especially anime community, like anime community, our community, is not too far out and too uncommon. Most One Piece games gonna sell the Yoru, and then like the Jujutsu Kaisen game, for example, is selling Heavenly Restriction, which is the strongest Kenkai. That's pretty common, even though it's not healthy to sell like the strongest thing in the game. I feel with World Zero, it's a more apparent issue because there's not a lot of there's only 3 classes, and the one class that's locked behind a $10 paywall is the best one by far. Now, if there was 6 classes, 6 different weapons on like coming into the game, and then dual wield was only slightly better, I feel like it wouldn't be a much of a problem. But there only being 3 and one of them being leagues better than the others is just out. Dual wield I think overall just need a bit of a nerf. Like maybe been a little bit better. It's already cooler just to hold 2 swords, but locking like only having 3 class, so you're locking 30% of the classes behind a paywall is just not. I know they're gonna add more, but if you could take the time to make a paid access class, you could have made a free class as well. So I think that's one of the biggest issues, is that it clearly is the best. It's not a lot of classes to choose from, and it's behind a paywall. So making it a drop would be nice, but I also think just adding a lot more classes quickly, getting the classes in the game more quickly, and nerfing dual wield would help it as well. Personally, I do think it being like a super rare drop would be nice, so you're not necessarily paying to just win, but you're paying to get it early, you know what I'm saying, so people can grind for it and get it. I think that would be overall a little bit better for the game, just like a low drop % chance. And a lot of people would still buy it. Myself, I'm not going to farm that if I know I can just buy it. So you will still make your money, but it would make it a lot easier. Just make it a pretty rare drop or quest. I don't know, say quest. Just make it a drop from something that would be pretty cool, or something that players can work towards. I think overall, a lot of people will be more satisfied if they can end up getting it some way in a free manner. Like I said, or flood the game with more classes. And yeah, without getting too far in that. All right, so my number 2 is where we at? Number 4, 2, whichever order we were going in, is I really feel like this is a mini game, and that is the mob grind. And let me explain a bit more. I personally feel like there's no incentive behind farming mobs outside of the quest, and I feel like that's a very unhealthy thing. Like you know what I'm saying, Swordburst 2 or any game like this, mobs drop valuable stuff. They drop gear, they drop weapons, and this game they drop crafting materials, but like you know what I'm saying, and they don't give EXP in the game, and they give non-existent 10, 20 EXP, like non-existent EXP, so they have no drops and no XP, and the whole name of the game is killing mobs. So that is mind-blowing to me. I get you want to make quests the bulk of the EXP, that's fine. Maybe trying to prevent AFK farming. There's a lot of ways you can prevent AFK farming that besides making the mobs useless. You can make mobs that attack from range. You can make mobs that try to get her behind players, so players are going to AFK, they're going to just get killed because they got ranged mobs. There's so many ways to combat that outside of just making grinding mobs useless, man. A lot of people like grinding mobs. A lot of people like these games to just group up mobs and kill them, and to be no reward behind that, no drops, no nothing. That can't be the meta for the whole game. And it's cool to be a half-players to be able to buy, but like we need some unique drops. I play Sword Online games, especially SB2 for drops. I like the drops. That's what I play it for. So for it to be no drops off the mobs, just seems like like come on, man. We got to, you know, improve upon that. Personally, let me know what y'all think about that one. But I definitely think there needs to be more different drops that you just can't buy. Let us grind some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's great as we gotta have some stuff to work towards, some cool rare drops. There's no rare drops like outside of farming the 2 bosses in the game right now. Come on now, we gotta come on now. All right, so my final issue. Okay, before we get to the final issue, I do got another small issue that I actually thought about, and that is that the body scaling. They gotta remove that. Like, tiny players have a huge advantage over big players. I don't know if they tested that. I don't know if they thought about that. But the hitbox, there's hitbox scaling, so mobs literally miss you if you're tiny. Come on now. That is an untested feature. Like, they gotta completely remove it. I can't see them fixing that. They gotta completely remove the body scaling, because there's never a incentive to be big, and there's always an incentive to be small. Like, so yeah, let's go ahead and just remove that from the game. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then finally let's get to the last issue, and I think it's the scaling of the game. The scaling of the game is pretty crazy. Like certain gears just gain too much defense. And this could be me just wanting a challenge, but like, I don't want it to just become smacking the boss without moving. Like, you had like these little hitboxes and dodging and all the weaving. But if I just got gear and I can just sit there and just well at it without even moving, what's the point? Like, I feel like certain things just got strong way too fast. So hopefully they worked on the scaling. I just feel like the scaling is really off about how much HP you got and how much DPS you're doing. It's just like way off. Like, even if even for like PvP, and like, I get like one shot. Like, I just like somebody hit me like one skill, I'm dead. Like, I'm like, whoa, man. Like, you're just doing way too much damage to HP. To all of that needs some more tweaking. These are easy fixes, but they definitely need to revisit and revamp like how much damage you're actually doing in the game. So yeah, those are my general complaints and issues I think can improve the game. Once again, let me hear y'all guys' general thoughts and what do y'all think can improve the game outside of just straight bashing the game. Real things to improve the game. Not these crazy one-off takes. I'm not trying to hear the stupid stuff that some people have been saying. You know what I'm saying? Real feedback to improve the game. If you just don't like the game, just don't comment. It's pretty simple. Anyway, that's about it. I'm out. Peace.